Hold on. Wrong direction. There we go. What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday, October 1st. October. Wow. Cool. Fall's coming. Make sure that you can see me and hear me okay before we go any further, please. I feel like I know the phone's level. I think I'm cockeyed. Who knows? Who cares? Right? Let's just go with it. How's everybody doing? Call the Wild. Phil Sitar, a lot of thumbs up there, Phil. Thank you. Dan Canham. Good evening back to you. Pat Enos. TD. Tim Schloud. Good to see you. T2. Jim Dabrowski. Huey Merrill. Steve Steele. Loud and Schleer. Loud and clear. And I'm dragging a little. It's been a long season. Hey, Steve. How you doing? Craig Rowell. Woot woot. Thank you. Got my fancy Wesco water here. I drank Fiji water on here one time. You didn't even know that I'd refilled the bottle from my tap. Somebody gave me crap. I was drinking fancy water. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll take the water out of my tap at home. You know, we have well water at my house. I'll take that any day over any of that bottled crap. Any day. Russell Black from Jamesville. Good to see you, man. So we'll just jump right into this. And, hey, Dave Robbins, good to see you. I don't have a topic tonight. We're going to just rip through a fishing report, and then we'll do a little Q&A, and I can go over some of the things that's coming up. Scott Krieg got a 13-pound sheephead out of a flounder pounder. Hey, those sheephead will hit about anything. They fight hard, too. I know I got to be careful. Watch, if I just touch my table, you can see that jiggly. So I got to be careful doing that. But we'll get a fishing report done. We'll do a little Q&A. We'll talk about some upcoming videos and maybe topics. And then we'll get out of here. And everybody get back to watching football. But speaking of football, go Lions. Good job there Thursday night against the Packers. Packers, you're a good team. Actually, you're my second favorite team. But you know me, diehard Lions fan. It was good to see the Lions go into Lambeau, however you say it. Lambeau, I think it is. And we beat you guys up a little. That first half was a little embarrassing for you, but all good. We've been embarrassed ourselves many times, so I'm not rubbing it in any way. Anyway, because we've been there on the other side of that coin. So Green Bay, you got some rebuilding to do. You lost your quarterback. You lost a lot of starting pieces. You guys will be fine, though. Detroit Lions, though. Nice job, guys. You guys look solid. We should be undefeated right now. That loss against the Seahawks, I'm not going to count that just yet. But who cares? You know, they're doing great. It's happy to see that. So, as a lifelong Lions fan, I am very happy by what I'm seeing. So everybody else, I hope your team's doing fine. I hope you guys are winning. I hope everybody makes the Super Bowl, even though that can't be possible. So I might be a little loopy. I'm sitting in the cabin of my boat, and I just got done waterproofing the tarp. The top. And that stuff is strong. I use I don't have the bottle here. It's a 303 is what I use, and I don't know who makes it. But I tell you what, that stuff is potent, strong. The fumes are pretty strong. So if I pass out, if I just disappear off camera here, somebody just call 911 for me, please, and somebody phone my wife. Even though you shouldn't have her number. Okay, we're moving on from that. I must be a little loopy. Okay. Hey, I got to remind everybody that these Sunday night live streams are proudly brought to you by Dreamweaver Lures. Check them out at dreamweaverlures.com. I don't have my fancy studio set up tonight, so just take my word for it. If you click on, go down to the description or just go to dreamweaverlures.com. You'll find everything you need there for great success on the Great Lakes. So great people, great products. Happy to have them on board with us. And I told you guys last week that Scott, my good friend Scott Argetsinger, is no longer with Dreamweaver. He's still a moderator on this channel. I don't know if he'll be on tonight or not, but even though he's no longer with DW, he's still going to remain the moderator on here. And from what I could tell, it was an amicable separation between those two. So good. Scott's on to something that he wanted to do. Scott, very proud of you. If you want your reels repaired, I'm going to tell you right now, Scott does a great job. If you want them repaired or upgraded to the drags that I put on a couple of the reels that I have on my boat, I'll tell you right now, they're well worth it. Those drag systems he does are phenomenal. So if you're looking to get your drags done on your reels, or just get your reels, whatever, done on them, give Scott a ring. Go on Facebook, look up Mascot Reel Repair. I think he has a website as well. Maybe if you just search Mascot Reel Repair, you'll find him. Scott will do you right, and he'll take good care of you. So Scott, best of luck to you on your endeavors, my friend. And we actually lost another moderator. There was another moderator that we had on this channel, but is no longer here. I'm not going to say the name, but he has been removed due to some, I don't know how I want to say, there's an ongoing investigation, I guess, at the shop. We'll just leave it at that. But he is no longer with us on this channel. So we're at one moderator. Maybe I'll pick another one. Maybe I won't. Don't know. Don't know if I really need another one. But yeah, moving on from that, let's do a fishing report. We got almost 100 people here. Thanks everybody for that. We got about 20 thumbs up. Thanks everyone for those. If it doesn't hurt you at all and it doesn't make your finger too tired, if you want to hit that thumbs up button, I do appreciate it. It does help the channel in many, many ways. And if you want to sub to us, if no, it wasn't the kitty. If you want to sub to us, if this channel helps you in any way at all, maybe a subscription is in mind, just click on that sub button and we're happy to have you along. All right, fishing report around Manistee. Pretty good, and it's changed in the last few days. We went out, or today, Sunday. We were out yesterday morning. My God, brain freeze there for a second. I took my first mate Tim out, T1. I have two first mates named Tim. Good Lord. So I got T1 and T2. T1 is my primary guy. My other guys are fill-in guys. They're all great. But T1 is my primary guy. Tim, I haven't seen you on here tonight if you are. But I took T1 out and a few of his friends and family members. And we went out yesterday morning out of Manistee. And we ended up going 7 for 7 on some beautiful fish. And we went down to the 10s. Started off trolling south. I ran down to about the 11s. And set up in 180 foot of water and started trolling south. And the current down there was just ripping. I did not like what I was seeing, so we made some quick adjustments, put her on a little different troll, and next thing you know, we started getting some bites. So I'll tell you right now, trolling direction, when you can adjust it, if you have the room to do it, is so important. So important. As soon as I got on, for us going south at 180 degrees, we had fish biting. If I got off it by 10 to 15 degrees, I wasn't going to get a bite. Spinning around, going back to the north at 0 degrees, you're just going straight north-south, 0 to 180, 0 to 180. As long as we kept on those tracks, we kept getting a few bites. So, that's one thing that I picked up over the years, and I've actually heard other captains talk, is when you get a bite, or multiple bites, take a look at your heading, either on your compass or your autopilot or whatever, GPS, and take a look at your direction and try to make a mental note on that, what the direction is that you're traveling. And when you turn around and go back the other way, boat traffic permitting, try to go back on the exact opposite direction. That's something that works for me, and it has for a long time. So yeah, we set up, like I said, 180, trolled south. I didn't like the way it was looking. Everything was cocked over to my port side. The current just had everything ripping that way. Made some adjustments, got the right troll going. I like going right off my center downrigger and my divers. I'm looking at my pulls and how everything's working. Once I got everything squared away, we started getting bit. North and south troll, 108, really 160 to 200 foot of water. We had bites on both out and downs, went with spoons on them, one at 95 down, the other one at about 70 down. We had a high diver go, I think at 210 with a spoon on it. I'll show you the spoons here in a sec. We had, what else did we had? A 10 color go, we had a 300 go, we had a 450 go, we had another 300 go. We had things out for steelhead, and we caught 3 steelhead. And what do you think they all came on? Not the steelhead presentations, they came on the 450s or the 300s or the deeper stuff. So, you just never know when the heck you're going to find those goofy boogers. But yeah, we had 7 for 7. that group put them all in the boat. 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, coho, and 3 steelhead. So a nice day fishing. And the water's starting to set back up a little as well as it cools down. We should get a better break out there. Right now the break is down 85 to 90 feet. So it's still a little tough fishing. But it should start setting up in a little better way here pretty shortly. So if I was going out tomorrow, and I'm not, I kind of wish I was, but if I was, I would likely fish anywhere from the 8s to the 12s. I would fish probably 120 to 200 looking for fish. Make sure you get your troll direction right. Make sure your angles are right, because they can really mess you up. And I would run everything from downriggers down, 70 past, down into the 100 range. I did have my center downrigger down at 125 with a big hooch on there. That never went, but I have no doubt it was bringing fish in. We had low divers at 180, 150 to 180. We had high divers at 200 to 240. We had everything out there from 2 colors to 5 colors, 7 colors, 10 colors, 200 coppers, 300 coppers, 400 coppers, 450 coppers. Everything was spoons except a few of the divers. So that was what was working for us. So I'll tell you this, I am still going to leave the boat in for a little while, maybe another week or two, probably 2. If anybody's looking to get out on a trip, and I feel like kind of a dummy because I had a couple over the weekend. One, they canceled on their own. That was the day I took those guys out. Too bad, guys, you missed a good day of fishing. But another one I canceled on Friday because I thought the fishing was going to be poor. And I gave the guys the option. I thought it was going to be poor. And we decided to cancel that one. I kind of wish I hadn't, because it seems like the fishing is picking back up. But if you are looking to get out, as long as I leave the boat in, I'm running that 5 hours for 500 special right now for 4 people. If you want to get in on that, like I said, it's $500 for 5 hours. We'll leave at 5:30, back at 10:30, and it's a nice way to get out there and enjoy some pretty mild weather and some pretty decent fishing. So anyway, call me on that. My website is darkbluecharters.com, or just give me a call or a text, 231-942-8976. Happy to get you out. I have this whole week pretty much open, or this whole next weekend pretty much open, and the following week is pretty much open. So why not? Let's go fishing if you want to. I'd love to have you out. But here's some of the spoons that were working for us. This one is all year long. The Yeller Goober in the standard, in the RV standard, and look at them. And that thing's taking a nice what do you want to say there? Custom bend in that thing. That thing's been good for us all year. A-bomb, I didn't run the last trip, but I talked to another buddy of mine that said he ran A-bomb, and he said it was really good, and that's another one. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is tore the you-know-what up. That thing's been good for us for a long, long time. This one right here has been another solid one the last couple of weeks. The old raspberry carbon. It's got another nice bend in it. Can you believe it? I mean, I can believe it. How strong those fish are. I mean, those moonshine spoons are pretty daggone durable. And look at the bend that they can put into those things. I mean, just tweak them up good. And then another really good one for us has been the Mongolian beef, also on the RV. So those spoons have been really, really good. And if you're going to run a flasher fly on your center downrigger or your deepest downrigger, I highly recommend the Beckhold right now, the 11-inch double slick. I have a KRW blue-green dolphin fly on there. That thing has been my best fly all year. If you don't have that fly yet in your arsenal, I don't know what you're doing or where you've been, get some. That fly has been bonsai good all year long, and I have no doubt it will be next year as well. And then the other ones, if I was going to recommend to run anything on divers or even just low downriggers, double slick Dreamweaver, KRW Riverside, that's the 10-inch or the 8-inch, and that is that blue-green dolphin fly on there again. Those things right there, you can't beat them right now. Those double slicks, those double glow pearls are money right now. So yeah, and honestly, if you don't have that blue-green dolphin fly yet, maybe it's because they're out, but as soon as you get a chance to get some, I highly recommend it. And that's not just me blowing smoke up the old you-know-whatter. That's just a really, really, really good fly. So yeah, that's your fishing report for around here. If I was going out of Ludington, The pierheads, I think, are pretty much done. We're still getting somewhat of a trickle of adults into the rivers, but I think they're pretty much done. But if I was going out of Ludington, I imagine going straight out of Ludington or maybe working down to the point and to the north. I have no doubt that's going to be pretty good as well. Ludington had a stocking of coho 2 years ago, and coho, they're not cohos, plural is coho. Coho are a 2-year fish. You know, when they hit 2 years, that's their maturity level, that's their adult. That's when they're going to run. So 2 years ago stocking on those coho out of Ludington, they're going to be around there. So Ludington, I'd be doing that. Manistee, I'd be doing just what I talked about. Frankfurt, I'd be doing the same. I'd be going right out to the shelf. I'd be working the same waters. Again, get yourself dialed in. The currents right now, they're pretty wicked out there as those waters are trying to settle, trying to figure themselves out. So get your troll dialed in. There should be not many boats out, so it shouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah, just go out there and get after it. Speaking of River Kings, I went out on a river jaunt with my buddy Jake from Netminder Charters the other day, and I will have a video coming up on that here in a couple of days. We had a great time. I don't want to give away I don't want to spoil anything, no spoilers, but it should be a pretty cool video. And I'm going to do a follow-up video on that of me smoking some of those kings, as well as some of the fish from yesterday. So if you've never smoked salmon before and you're wondering how to do it, stay here, stay tuned. I got a pretty good video coming out on that. I just smoked those up and they came out so darn good. So yeah, and I do it on a Weber kettle. I don't have a pellet smoker. I don't have an electric smoker. I don't have anything fancy. If you do, hey, that's great. It'll be even easier for you. But I use a Weber kettle, which is a charcoal smoker or a grill, and I'll show you exactly how I do it, and it comes out just fine. All right, so if that's new to you and something you want to check out, make sure to click the subscribe button, hit the bell, and that way you get notified when that video comes out. Yeah, that's trying to think what else I want to talk about. I think that's about it. I do have some other big news coming soon, things that I cannot talk about, but it's going to be things that you guys are really interested in. I know I've been teasing that for the last couple of weeks. As soon as I get the green light on either one of those, you're going to get the information. One is a product that you're really going to be excited about, and the other one is something that I can't say anything about until I get the green light. But they are both things that you're really going to enjoy. So make sure to stick around and check those things out. Another great reason to sub and hit the bell if you haven't already. So cool. I just talked a lot for 17 minutes and 42 seconds. I don't know how morning talk shows do it, because I'm already wore out. Chris Olson, Kevin's girlfriend's real name. There's a story behind Kevin's girlfriend, and I've said this story before. So I don't want to rehash it, but yeah, there's a story behind Kevin's girlfriend. Somebody just asked if plugs are done. I didn't run any plugs, but if you are going to go out there and there's coho around, don't forget to get something really shiny out there if you're going to run a plug. That Skittles plug that I run is a coho's best friend. Wish I had one sitting right here. If you don't know what Skittles is, look up some of my past videos. You'll know exact. That's not the real name of the plug. It looks like a rainbow, and so we nicknamed it Skittles because all those cohos love to taste the rainbow. So, yeah. Oh, Chris Olson, you thought that's what the news was I was going to tell you. No, that's not it, man. Good guess, but no. Nope. Sorry, bud. All right, what else you guys got? Let the questions fly. If not, we'll get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of our night. And Kruger, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we had a good day of fishing yesterday. I'm saying, the weather's going to be mild this week. If you want to get out and go fishing, my $500 special for 5 hours, you can't beat it right now. We'll go out there and we'll have a great time. Does Skittles rattle? That's Steve Eddie. Dang it! I'm gonna go grab one because I'm almost certain it does, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go grab a Skittles. Alright, Skittles. Yes, it rattles. I can tell already. Let me get the hook unscrewed here. These are Pete's. Hooks will get into anything and stay in anything except fish, it seems like sometimes. That is Skittles right there. It is a UV pearl with a rainbow on it. And that, absolutely it rattles. And like I told everybody earlier, I run only one hook on my plugs. That's it. I take the front hook right off. I have had so many times a king getting onto that thing and somehow wrapping itself onto that front hook, finding the right angle, and it'll pull that hook right out of its mouth. So I go to all single hooks now on my plugs. But yeah, that's Skittles. Coho love it. Coho love it. Scott Garbs, no, my riverboat has not arrived yet. I talked to Scott Krieg Show, throwing out the Skittles number even, number 308. That's pretty cool. No, I talked to Stealthcraft 2 weeks ago. I've been talking to him for the last month and a half, I'll put it that way. And I've heard end of August, then I heard end of September, and I have no doubt that now I'm going to hear end of October. I know that I'm waiting on the motor. I know the boat is in production. It may even be done. But I know that last time I heard, I think I was like 18 down or 16 or 18 down on the list from motor. And that was about 2 months ago. So unless I got a major shipment of motors in, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on the list right now. I'm hoping it's very, very soon. Call the Wise saying getting a motor should be no problem right now. I am glad to hear that. I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm glad to hear that. And I went with the Mercury because I knew that the Yamaha was going to be at least 2 years before I even saw the thing or even sniffed it. So I went with the Mercury knowing that it was going to be faster. Somebody just said the chrome red head plug. Yeah, that's one of my favorite pier head plugs, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Call the Wild. Okay, you're a marine mechanic that works in a marina. Okay, you have better knowledge than I do. Let's hope that is accurate then. Hopefully it should be here pretty quick. I'm looking forward to getting that thing out on the river. I went with a full enclosure on it as well. For the cockpit. That way customers can hop on there. We're out there. Steelhead weather is cold weather. So people get cold, including myself. So it's going to be nice to have that enclosure on there. Keep a heater in there. You get cold, you can pop in there, come back out whenever you're ready to fish again. So once I have that boat in my possession, I'll let it be known here on the channel. And if you're looking to get out for a steelhead trip over the winter, I'll be happy to take you. So maximum 3 people, and I don't know I got to look at the prices everybody else is running. Excuse me, to get a thought process in my head what I'm going to be charging. So I'll probably go right at the market rate, whatever it is right now. It's probably around 400. So yeah, should be coming soon. Thanks for the questions on that though, guys. I'm excited about it. All right, what else you got? You can tell it's starting to get dark out because it's starting to get a little pixelated on my screen. I could turn a light on, I guess. I look better in the dark. We probably won't be here much longer anyway. I love the comment section on this thing. Alright, looks like we're winding down. I got no problem with that. Oh, what else did I want to talk about? I think that's it. Somebody just mentioned the scavenger hunt. Yeah, we're going to do the final drawing on that. I haven't been into the shop in about, a couple weeks. But that is something we have discussed and something we will be putting together. If you got into the scavenger hunt, don't worry, we haven't forgot about you. We'll take care of that. Thanks for the reminder, though. What else we got? Somebody just said they're not real fond of one of the triangle grip rods. You're one of the few. I love that thing, and most everybody else does as well. All right. Scott Lost looking for a new graph. Any suggestions? They're all good. I mean, there's some really good ones out there. Garmin, Simrad, Lowrance, those are really good. Humminbird for inland waterways, I think are good. I'm not a fan of the Humminbird out here on the big lake. I've heard people that have had them and not like them. So if it was me, if I was going to outfit a new graph right now, Garmin would be at the top of my list. Simrad, I run Simrad and Lowrance and Garmin on the boat, and all three are good. But Garmin would probably be right at the top, followed real closely by the other two. Garmin's customer service is just so good, and that's why I'm going to edge that one out over the other one slightly. Garmin is just really good at backing up their products. Ferrano, yeah, you don't see much Ferrano anymore. But yeah, back in the day, Ferrano was like the one. The one. Jim W. Do I run both DW divers for my highs and lows? Yes, absolutely. My high divers are the 107s. My low divers are the 124s. Yeah, Dan Canham. Great point there. Garmin is just easy to use. My Simrad is, and my Lowrance too. They're both really easy to use. I mean, after you press enough buttons enough times, you're going to find the setting that you want. And I'm really good at pressing buttons. So, yeah. But, yeah, Garmin really, I think, puts a lot of thought into their products. And I think they really listen to a lot of the people that use them day in and day out. And I'm not saying Simrad and Lowrance don't. But I think Garmin is just a little edge above. It's like Akuma. Akuma for a long time, they didn't have much of a Great Lakes product or a Great Lakes line. And all of a sudden they started getting into the Great Lakes lines, and their products just started going up and up and up and up and up. And it's because they actually dug in and talked to the people that were going out there and fishing their products, and they listened to what they wanted. The triangle grip rod, I know the person that came up with that idea. In fact, I just talked to him yesterday. I know that guy. And it was Akuma that went to him and asked his opinion on it. And that's the reason they went to that triangle grip. And very, very few people, one guy on here already, said that they don't like it. But for the vast majority, including myself, I love that triangle grip rod. I love the way, I love the worm gear on their reels. I like the big handles. I even like the stock drag. So, yeah, Akuma listens as well. Steve Eddy asking if I'm going to get live scope. No. I'm not going to get live scope for the boat unless Garmin wants to give me one. I'm just not going to invest that much money on something that, as of right now, I don't know if it's worth it or not. I would have to put it on the boat and actually play with it to really give you a good opinion on it. But unless Garmin wants to just hand one over to me, likely not. I had a guy on the boat the other day, and I'm not saying names, and if he's on here watching, I apologize. I do not mean to front you out, but we had such a laugh over this. He had a brand new Garmin, was it a 3200 live scope that he had picked up a couple years ago, still in his box, never opened, under his bed in his house. And, we're just talking about stuff that we like. We were talking about Garmin and live scope, and just throwing ideas back around, between the customers and me and the first mate. And he goes, "Yeah, I got this. I picked up this live scope 3200 a couple years ago." And we're all like, "Yeah, how do you like it?" He goes, "I don't know. It's under my bed in a box." And we all just looked at him, kind of dumbfounded. And he goes, "Well, I don't want to break it, so I just leave it in the box." And I thought to myself, "Oh my gosh, I love breaking things. That's one of the reasons that I like buying things, because I like breaking them too." So we got a chuckle out of that. And dude, if you're on here, I apologize. I do not mean to front you out in any way, but your buddies were giving you crap over that big time, and we might have been as well. But yeah, you gotta buy something, get it out, break it in. You break it, oh well. Gotcha, Scott Garbs. Yeah, I understand, man. No, hey, everything's not for everybody. No worry. Yeah, if I fish cohos, I definitely don't get upset over broken things. We break things all the time. All the time. Or the coho break thing all the time for us. That's the saying, going coho, and without a doubt. Oh, that's the other thing I want to mention is if you are still looking for a limited edition Dreamweaver sweatshirt or limited edition Dreamweaver shirt or the Going Coho shirt, I now have the Going Coho line set up for every different port. So Michigan City, Ludington, Manistee, Frankfurt, you name it. I got that line out there. Link is down below once I put it down there. Go on there, buy up limited edition shirts and sweatshirts and look cool. Look as cool as I do, which is not hard to do. All right, let's start getting out of here. I'll give a couple more seconds here for... Thanks, Huey. Got the 30-pound club sweatshirt. Yeah, that's a nice one. Call the wild. Yeah, if Humminbird works for you, like I said, if it works, great. Captain Crow, glad to hear that, man. Sounds like you had pretty good experience with Garmin's customer service. Michael Weiss, advice on a good downrigger rod. The Daiwa Wildfire rods, the 8'6" are the ones that I run on this boat. I've had the set now. I've had the same 3 rods now for 4 years. This is the end of the 4th season on them. They were 20 bucks a piece, and I've beat the tar out of them over those 4 years. 20 bucks still, I think, at Tangle Tackle. Grab them. They're good. Chris Olson, buy the shirt, catch the fish later. That's a good idea, Chris. You're a smart man. Steve Eddy, yeah, Okuma has a 1-year warranty on their rods. If you get it to the shop that you bought it from, yeah, 1-year warranty on their rods. I've broken Okuma rods also. You're fighting fish out there that are ticked off. You're going to break some every now and then. You're welcome, Mr. Olson. Don't know about the Eagle Claw rods. Good question, though. Michael Weiss, you're very welcome. Okay, call what? I hear you. Thanks, Scott Garbs. Yep. Craig Rao? Yeah. I run Simrad Autopilot. I love it also. You know, I like Simrad. I do. I like Lowrance. I like Garmin. I do. All 3 are good. It is getting dark in here. Let's get out of here. We're a half hour in. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Please stay tuned to the channel. We got some great videos coming out, some great information coming out on some other things. Stay tuned. We're happy to have everybody here. We've been doing these live streams now for almost 4 years, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. If you get anything out of it, tweak that sub button or tweak that like button. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel. It does. Let's see if we can get up to 12,000 subs. We're at like 11.5 right now. Let's see if we can get up to 12,000 by Christmas. That would be great. If we could do that, that would be wonderful. See if we can just keep growing this thing. That's it. I'm out of here. Be safe. Take care. See you next Sunday.